Well, welcome to www.happynumbers.org. Multiplication of decimals, the dreaded word problems. We have 4 word problems we're going to work through. The first one I'll work through with you, and the others I'll let you work through and we'll take a look. The distance from Ryan's house to the factory where he works is 6.5 miles. So from his house to his factory is 6.5 miles. 1 mile equals 1.6 kilometers. What is the distance from Ryan's house to the factory in kilometers? Well, if 1 mile equals 1.6 kilometers, and the distance from his house to the factory is 6.5 kilometers, if we multiplied 6.5 miles times 1.6 kilometers, we would get the distance in kilometers from Ryan's house to the factory. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let me erase this, set the problem up. So 6.5 miles and 1 kilometer is 1.6. Okay, so we have it in a form where we can do the multiplication. So let's multiply. 6 times 5 is 30. Put down the 0, carry the 3. 6 times 6 is 36. 37, 38, 39. Now over here, whoops, sorry. That's 0. 39. Now over here, 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 6 is 6. So now I can add 0. 9 and 5 is 14. Carry the 1. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 and 6 is 10. Now, as we know, when we multiply, we have to go then back up and count our decimal places. 1 place, 2 places, 1, 2. So Ryan lives 6.5 miles from his house to his factory, but 6.5 miles is equal to 10.4 or 10.40 kilometers. And if you remember, we can take this trailing 0 away if we wanted to. So it would be 10.4 kilometers. Well, excellent. Let me put a problem up and then we'll let you work it. All right, let's take a look at this problem. Manny makes $8.50 an hour. Last week he worked 38 5/10 hours. How much money did he make? Well, if he makes $8.50 an hour and he worked 38 5/10 hours, if we multiply $8.50 times the number of hours he worked, we'll find out how much money he made. And this is multiplication of decimals. So go ahead and put the video on pause. Work the problem, then turn it back on and we'll work it together. Good. All right, let's see how we did. $8.50 times 38 5/10 hours, or 38.5 hours. Okay, we know we don't do anything with our decimal points now. We just multiply. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25, and we'll carry 2. 5 times 8 is 40, and 2 is 42. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 5 is 40, so we put down a 0. We carry a 4. 8 times 8 is 64, and 4 is 68. Now we're over here to the 3. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 5 is 15. I'm going to carry 1 this time. 3 times 8 is 24, and 1 is 25. Okay, now I add. It'll be 0, 5, 2, 4 and 8 is 12, and 12 and 5 is 17. Carry the 1. 1 and 6 is 7. 7 and 5 is 12. Put down the 2. Carry the 1. 1 and 2 is 3. Okay, now I'm done with my multiplication, so we know we go back up, count our decimal places. 1, 2, 3 decimal places. Well, we go 1, 2, 3. Now we know we're working with money here, so we know this is dollars. Well, this is 327, and this, well, of course, we know we can drop this trailing 0 because it doesn't matter. So Manny he worked 38 and a half hours, and he made $327.25. Good. I'll put another one up for you. Well, here's another word problem. Gordon's car gets an average of 26 7/10 miles of city driving on A meaning on 1 gallon of gasoline. So for every gallon of gasoline, he gets 26 7/10 miles. How many miles can Gordon drive on 8 gallons of gasoline? Well, if he gets 26 7/10 miles on 1 gallon, if we multiply 26 7/10 times 8, we'll get our answer. And that's multiplication of decimals. We're multiplying a decimal by a whole number. So go ahead and put your video on pause, do the multiplication, and then turn it back on and we'll go over it. Good. Let's see how you did. Well, he gets 26 7/10 miles on 1 gallon, and he's driving, I want to know how many miles he gets on 8 gallons. So we multiply. We know we don't pay any attention to the decimals first, and we multiply. Well, 8 times 7 is 56. So I'll put down the 6, carry the 5. 8 times 6 is 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. Put down the 3, carry a 5. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 and 5 is 21. Well, now I go and count my decimal places in my answer. Well, in my problem, I have 1 here. I don't have any decimal here. So the total decimal places is 1. So I come over 1. So Gordon can drive 213 6/10 miles on 8 gallons of gasoline. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to put the last one up for you. Okay, here's our final problem. Dylan weighs 130 pounds. Wait a minute, I just noticed I have old boys' names in this, so we're going to change this. We'll say Sarah. Yeah, we have to have representation of everyone. Okay, Sarah weighs 130 pounds. 1 pound equals 4,500 kilograms. 4,500 kilograms. It's almost like a half a kilogram. Okay, so this is Sarah now. What is Sarah's weight in kilograms? Well, she weighs 130 pounds. 1 kilogram is 0.45 1 pound kilogram, 4.5 kilograms. 1 pound equals 4.5 kilograms. So if we multiply 130 times 4,500, 0.45 kilograms, we'll find out how much she weighs in kilograms. So multiplication of decimals. Put your video on pause, do the multiplication, and then turn it on and we'll take a look. Okay. 130 pounds Sarah weighs. 4,500 kilograms is equal to 1 pound, and we want to know how many kilograms she weighs. So we're going to multiply 130, the whole number 130, by 4,500. So let's do the multiplication. 5 times 0, 0. 5 times 3 is 15, carry a 1. 5 times 1 is 5, and 1 is 6. Okay? Now, 4 times 0, 0. 4 times 3 is 12, carry a 1. 4 times 1 is 4, and 1 is 5. We add, we get 0, 5, 8, 5. We go back up to our answer and we count our decimal places. No decimals here. So we have 1, 2. So we come here, 1, 2. So Sarah weighs 58 and 50 hundredths, so 1/2 kilograms. Now we know we can take this trailing 0 off. So Sarah weighs 58 and 5/10 kilograms. Well, wonderful. Word problems, applications in the real world, being able to use skills in the real world is very important. And word problems are an example of using that. Very good. Thank you very much.